So today's class is a morning yoga flow, meaning it is a faster paced class that sequences the poses one after the other, and we flow through the poses with breath. So normally it's one pose per breath, and I'm going to stick to beginner poses to keep it easier for everyone this morning. And actually, beginner poses are nice as well, I find they are enough, especially in the morning, in the early morning like this. So you don't have to go into extremes. Okay. And another thing is that when we fold forward, if you have any lower back issues, if you know you have spinal disc issues, just remember to bend your knees when we fold forward. And again, listen to your body during the flow. So listen to your body during the practice. At no point should you be feeling any sharp pains. Okay, if you feel any sharp pains, just stop and come to a restful pose for you, so that you can, and then you can just join in again whenever you feel ready. Okay. So let's sit with our legs crossed, all straight in front of you, and find that lift in your spine. Allow the pelvis to again tilt forward, pubic bone tilting down towards the mat, and as you do that, feel how your lower back lifts up away from your pelvis, and then you're able to grow your spine a little taller. Stay here for a few deep breaths, using your breath to create that sense of lengthening in your spine. Take a moment to settle into the body, to be fully present for your practice this morning. So breathing into your belly, up your ribs. As you exhale, soften any unnecessary tension, root into your sit bones. And keeping this lift in your spine, bring your hands to prayer. And we'll start our class by chanting Om 3 times. If you're not used to chanting, you don't have to. Perhaps you can chant whatever that resonates with you. Something that will remind you of your higher purpose. So exhale fully. Inhale, and we'll start. Taking a gentle bow, use this time to set an intention for your practice, your sankalpa. And your intention may be something physical or emotional, perhaps a reminder of your Dharma. Just repeating this intention in your mind. Or perhaps an affirmation that relates to you. Or a thought or an attitude that you would like to carry out through the rest of your day, the rest of your week. Making your practice more personal and meaningful. And may the practice this morning help you to achieve a sattvic state, a more sattvic state, or a balanced state, so that you can think more clearly, you can speak with kindness, you can listen with an open heart. Slowly open your eyes. Namaste. Good morning. All right, let's warm up our neck and our shoulders. So inhale, look over to your right side. Exhale, look over to the left. Inhaling to your right. Exhaling to the left. Again, keeping your chin parallel to the floor. Just gently warming up your neck from side to side. Now stay looking over to your right side. As you exhale, draw the chin down, roll the neck forward. Inhale, lift your chin to the other side. Exhale, chin down. Inhale, chin up. Keep going at your own pace. And when we roll the neck, we try not to roll the neck backwards because of our cervical spine structures. It's just a little bit more healthier to roll the neck forwards instead of backwards. And keeping your head back to center now, inhale, lift your gaze. Bring your hands behind your head, interlace the fingers and place them behind your head. Elbows out to the side. And let's inhale, lift your chest, lift your gaze up towards the ceiling. Maybe lift your chin slightly up. Exhale, draw the elbows in towards the center and start rolling your spine, curling your spine, rounding the back, looking down into your belly. Inhale, lift elbow up, lift chest up, and then open your elbow out to the side, lift your gaze up to the ceiling. Exhale, elbow in and curl, rounding the back. Inhale, lift. Opening the elbow, lift your chest, back bending. Exhale, elbow in, rolling the spine, rounding the back. When we roll down, really try and use your abdominals to roll and draw the belly in to round the back instead of pulling your head down. Inhale, lift elbow up, lifting the chest, lift your gaze. We'll do two more. Exhale, elbow in, draw the belly in and rounding the back. The hand is just resting behind the head, not pulling. Inhale, lift, open the elbow. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And then come back to neutral, come back to center. Lower your hands down next to you. Let's inhale, reach our arms forward and up. Lengthen, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, arms back and down. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, arms back and down. Inhale, up. So again, if you find that there's any compression on the top of the shoulders when you reach your arms up, welcome to bring your arms wider as you need. Okay, arms down. Inhale, arms forward and up, reach. Exhale down, focus on the movement of your shoulder blades. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down, one more. Inhale, up. Exhale. Let's reverse, turn the palms forward. Inhale, arms back and up. Exhale down the center. Inhale, arms back and up. Exhale down. Inhale, up. Exhale. One more. Inhale, up. And exhale. Right hand down to the mat. Inhale, left arm up and over into your side bend. Soften the bottom elbow towards the mat. Root down into that opposite hip. So it'll be your left hip. And then bending towards your right side, reach over. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the other side. Left side bend. Root down into your right hip. Soften the bottom elbow and the bottom shoulder away from your ear. Inhale, up. Exhale, right side bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, left. Inhale, up. Exhale, right. Inhale, up. Exhale, left. Inhale, take both arms up, reach up. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind you. Roll the shoulders back and down. Keep your elbows bent. So your elbows will be bent and pointing backwards. Feel your sacrum with your hands. Get to know your body. So the sacrum is the big piece of bone and below your lower back. Okay? And then roll the shoulders back and down, keep your elbows bent and draw the elbows in towards the center of your body. But here, when you are drawing the elbows in, avoid poking your ribs out too much. Still bracing the belly in, keeping the lift in your spine. Now straighten the arm, straighten the elbow, keeping the hands interlaced. And we're going to inhale. Exhale, lift your hand off, away from the hip, and then release it back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. One more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Release your hands, straighten the legs in front of you, and gently bounce your knees up and down. So if you're not used to sitting with legs crossed, you might find it a little challenging. I think sitting cross-legged is a functional movement, something that will be useful in our daily life. So it is a good thing to practice. Okay, and part your legs wider than your hips. And then keep your feet active, toes up. Feet flexed. Allow the pelvis again to tilt forward, sit up tall. Roll the shoulders back and down, plant your fingers into the mat. Keep your feet flexed and active. Roll the thighs in and out. In and out. Internal rotation of your thighs, external rotation, in and out. Again, your ankle and your knee follow the movement of your thigh. Just take a moment to notice what muscles are being engaged as you roll them in and out. And then roll your ankles. Draw big circles with your toes. Remember to flex the toes as well, flexing and extending. And then let's draw the circle the other way. Warm up our feet. Right, let's come onto hands and knees on the mat. And then wrist under the shoulders, knees hip width apart. Tabletop position. Let's move into our cat-cow stretch. So inhale, dipping the belly down, lift the chest up, lift the tailbone up. Shoulders nice and broad as you draw the shoulder blades back towards your hips. As you exhale, draw the belly in, round the back, tucking the tailbone under and push down into the mat. Dome up your spine. Inhale, concave back. Cow pose, lift your tailbone, lift your chest forward and up. Exhale, round your back, push down into the mat. Inhale, concave back. Exhale, round back. Inhale into cow pose. Notice how the tailbone lifts up here. Exhale, rounding back. Tailbone tucked under between the legs. Inhale. And exhale, round. Inhale back to neutral tabletop position. Extend the right leg to the back. Keep your toe tucked under on the floor. And then we're going to shift your weight slightly forward and back. Forward and back. As you push back, aim for your heel towards the mat. And here again, if you find that there's too much compression on the top of your wrist, welcome to walk your hands slightly forward. So just increase a little bit of that angle in your wrist. So shifting your weight forward and back, pressing your heel down as you push back. If you find that you have sensitive knees, welcome to cushion them. And then come back to neutral. Bring the knee back. Take a moment to sit down in your child's pose. So bring the knees wider than your hips. Sides of the big toes touch. Sit down to your heel. Rest your forehead on the mat or on your cushion. And then roll your wrists here. So just rolling the wrist. If you're not used to bearing weight on your wrists, you might find it's a little tight, the wrist might be a little tired here, so making circular motions in the wrists. But again, the more you practice, the stronger they get, so you don't get tired that easily. Slowly come back up, tabletop position, and we'll change sides. Extending the left leg to the back. Keep your toe tucked under. And then we're going to again shift your weight forward and back. Pressing the heel back as you move and shift your weight back. Just warming up the fascia around the back of your legs and adding a little bit of that core strengthening aspect. So as you exhale, gently brace the core in, holding and shifting your weight forwards and back. Okay, and now bring your knees back down, child's pose. Knees wider than the hips, sides of the big toes touch, sit down to your heel, rest your forehead. Again, you're welcome to roll your wrists, so making circular motions with your wrists. Now reach your arms all the way forward. Walk your hands all the way forward. Come into an active child's pose where your elbows are lifted away from the mat. Really far away, walking the hands far away. And just checking that your wrist is maybe shoulder width or wider, not narrower than your shoulders. So I find it, well, everyone is different. Everyone's shoulder joint is different. So I find it a little bit better when the hands are just slightly wider than the shoulders. Spreading the fingers wide. Inhale, lift hips up, tucking the toes under. Exhale, knees off and push back into downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up here And then start paddling your feet. Lower one heel at a time. Take a moment to feel the back of your legs. If there's any side that's a little tighter, you're welcome to stay a little longer on that tight side if you wish. And now stay in your downward dog with your knees slightly bent. And tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling a little bit more. Push the mat away from you. Bring the belly closer to your upper thighs. Now inhale, step forward. Walk your feet forward. You can place your hands on your thighs, feet hip-width apart, and come into that half lift. So this half lift action, we're looking for a neutral spine. Extending the crown of the head forward, knees are slightly bent. Let's move into a few of the standing cat-cows here. So keeping your knees bent. Inhale, protrude your chest forward and really arching the back. Lift your tailbone up. As you exhale, draw the belly in, round your back, tucking your tailbone under. Inhale, lift your tailbone up, chest forward. Exhale, draw the belly in, round. Inhale, concave back. Exhale, round back. Inhale. Exhale, draw the belly in. One more, inhale. And exhale, round. Inhale, now come back to a neutral place where you're not arching too much or rounding the back too much. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, resting your hands on your mat or on your support or on your blocks. If your hands are dangling away from the mat, welcome to bend your knees a little bit more. Relax your neck, look down between the legs. Let the head drop. Now bend your knees. Inhale, sweep the arms back. Bring the weight towards the back as you bring the arms back. And now slowly straighten the arms. Reach the arms up. Lengthen through their fingertips. Exhale, arms to the back. And then fold forward, bending the knees as you fold. Inhale, slide your hands up to your thighs. Come into that half lift position. So again, we're looking for a neutral spine, not arching too much, nor rounding the back. Come to a middle place. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step your right leg back. And then stepping your left leg back. Come into plank. In plank position, this is where you work your core, building up strength. Wrist is slightly ahead of your shoulders. Press the heels back, tuck the tailbone under. This is where, especially in the yoga postures, we really want to tuck. So drawing the belly in, push down into the floor. Inhale. Exhale, knees down. And very slowly, lower your hip and your chest down. As you lower down, try not to keep your elbows splayed out to the side, keeping your shoulders pointing back. Flattening the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift chest up, baby cobra. In the baby cobra, your pubic bone is on the floor. Roll the shoulders back, hug your elbows in. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push up to tabletop position, and then up to downward facing dog. Use this time to paddle your feet if you wish. Keep your feet hip-width apart. And then stay in your downward facing dog. Keep your legs straight. Continue to lift your tailbone slightly up towards the ceiling. And draw the belly in as you exhale, pushing the mat away from you. Relax your neck. Look down between the feet. We'll take one more deep breath here. And inhale, look forward, step your feet forward. Feet hip width apart, hands on your thighs, come into your half lift. Shoulders back, nice straight spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms back, reach up to the ceiling. Lift your heart up, lift your gaze. Exhale, arms back and fold forward. Remember to bend your knees as you need. Relax your neck. Inhale, slide your hands up to your thighs, half lift. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step your left leg back and then the right leg back. Come into plank. Legs hip width apart, press the heels back, tuck your tailbone under. Very often when there's a weakness on the lower abdominals, people will tend to lift their tail and come into an arched back. And that is what we're looking for. Draw the belly in. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees. Control landing. Inhale, lift chest up. Baby cobra. Elbows bent. Shoulders back away from your ears. Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift up to tabletop. And up to downward facing dog. Stay in your down dog. Take 3 deep breaths here. Relax the neck. Finding length across the arms, across your spine by tilting the pelvis. Finding length across the back of your legs by descending your heels. And inhale, look forward, step your feet forward. Feet hip width, hands on your thighs, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep arms up. Reach up towards the ceiling, lift your gaze, lift your heart up. Exhale, arms back and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down, right leg back, left leg back, plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees down, control landing. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here again for 3 deep breaths. As you exhale, draw the belly in. Downward dog is a nice strength building, but also a nice pose to stretch the calves and the hamstrings. Inhale, look forward, step your feet forward. Feet hip width, hands on your thighs, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms back and up. Lift your heart up, lift your gaze. Exhale, arms back and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down, right leg back, left leg back, plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees down, control landing. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift up, downward facing dog. Stay here again, 3 deep breaths, pushing the mat away from you. Lift the tailbone up. Draw the belly in. Inhale, look forward, step forward. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to prayer in front of your chest. And you're going to lift your right leg up as you stand up tall. Balance. So bring the right thigh up towards your body. Draw the belly in and up into your ribs. Holding here. And now reach your arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Take a slight bend in that bottom knee. And then swing your leg backwards. Lower your foot down towards the mat. And come into your crescent lunge. Inhale. Back heel is lifted. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back, come into plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees down, control landing. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step forward. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees more. Hands to chest. Now as you stand up, lift your left leg up. Balance. Draw the belly in and up into your rib cage. Shoulders back and down, away from your ears. Pressing your hands into each other. Feel the engagement on the front of your abdominals. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, slide, bend in the right knee. Take a big step backwards. Heel lifted. Arms up, crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees down, control landing. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take one more deep breath. Inhale, step forward. Feet hip width apart, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. We're going to add in and build on to some of these standing postures. Bend your knees, hands to prayer. Lift a right leg up, away from the floor. Draw the belly in, bring the thigh close to your chest. Try straightening that left knee if you can. Holding here. Now inhale, reach arms up. Lengthen through your fingertips. Exhale, bend your left knee a little and take a big step back with control. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer. Rotate your body towards the left side of the mat. And then see if you can lower your elbow to the outside of that left knee. Come into a standing lunge twist. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your body back to center. Rotate your back heel down. Lower the back heel. Roll the back thigh out. And this time you're going to open and turn the whole body towards the right side of the mat. Float your arms up for warrior two. As you exhale, allow the hips to descend. Keeping the inner arches of the feet lifted. And look to the front middle finger, your left finger. Strong warrior two. Descend your hips a little bit more if it's okay. Now inhale, straighten the back leg. Reach up through the crown of your head. Exhale, lean to the side, left side of the mat, or the front, and then lower your hand down to your front leg. Bring your back arm up to the ceiling for triangle pose. Take one more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, bend your front knee. Lower your hands down to the mat. Pivot the back heel up. Lower the back knee down to the mat. Anjaneyasana. Again, if you need to cushion that knee, you're welcome to cushion it. Inhale, lift arms up. Draw the front knee back and your back knee forward. Gently brace the belly in. Inhale. Exhale, allow the hips to sink. Inhale, lift your gaze up. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Tuck the back toe under, step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees down, control landing. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay in your down dog. Take 3 deep breaths here. And now inhale, look forward, step your feet forward. Come into your half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, hands to prayer. Now lift left leg up toward your chest, balance. We don't often practice balancing, except in yoga. So draw the belly in, lift your thighs up, hug the outer hips in. Reach the fingers up towards the ceiling, grow tall. Inhale. Exhale, take a slight bend in your right knee and take a big step back with that left leg. Come into your crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Rotate your body towards the right side of the mat. So we're coming into a twist. Draw the belly in, using the obliques as you twist. Inhale. Exhale. Now see if you can bring the front elbow to the outside of that right knee. And if you can, use that as a traction to help you deepen the twist. Your back heel is still lifted. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come back to center. Lower the back heel down, so your left heel down. Rotate that left thigh outwards. And then turn the whole body towards the left side of the mat. Bring the arms up in line with the shoulders, warrior 2. Allow the hips to sink a little bit more if it's okay for your hips. Strong warrior. And then look to gaze at the front or the right hand. Inhale. Exhale, now straighten the front leg. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Inhale. Exhale, lean towards the front, and as if you're trying to grab onto something, hold and slowly lower the front hand down to your shin. Back arm up to the ceiling for triangle pose. Root into and anchor into the back foot, keeping the inner arches of the feet lifting. Inhale. And then exhale, bend your front knee. Place both hands down, pivot your back heel up. Come into runner's lunge and then lower the back knee to the mat. If you need to cushion it, you're welcome to cushion that knee. Push down with the front foot, lift arms up. Anjaneyasana. Draw the front knee back and your back knee forward, thinking of hugging your hips in towards the center, and gently brace the belly in. Inhale. Exhale. Now allow the hips to sink forward and down. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Tuck the back toe under and step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees, control landing. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift up to tabletop, up to downward facing dog. Stay here in your down dog. Take 3 deep breaths. Again, allow the pelvis to tilt forward, lifting the tailbone up. Relaxing your neck, looking down between the feet. Pushing the mat away from you and create some length in your spine. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees. Knees wider than your hips, sit down to child's pose. Resting your forehead, resting your elbows on the floor or on your support. Take a few deep breaths here. Softening the thighs, softening the hips, shoulders. We're now coming up into, I would say a rabbit pose, but we're aiming for half headstand. So lift your hips up, and this is what you're going to set up. Before we come up into the rabbit or half headstand, fold your fingers around your elbow. And just checking that your elbows are shoulder width apart. Interlace the fingers in front of you. We're going to lift up into dolphin pose first, just building that arm strength. Tuck the toes under. Keep looking at your wrist. Continue pressing your elbows into the mat. And as you exhale, start lifting your knees off the mat. So it feels like that downward dog position where you lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling. But this time your elbows are on the floor. And you're going to work to resist your shoulders from collapsing inwards, from collapsing towards the mat. So continue pushing your elbows into the mat. And feel a slight external rotation in your upper arms here. You're welcome to look down and gaze down between your feet. You're welcome to try walking your feet a little closer to your head, which is adding a little bit more body weight into the arm. So work at your own level, at your own limit. Holding here as you exhale, draw the belly in, building upper body strength. Inhale. Exhale, now release the knees down. Sit back to child's pose, but this time with your arms to the back. Relax your head. Relax your shoulders. Soften the whole of your back. And now from here, we'll go into our modified rabbit pose. So bring your hands in front of you. Lift your hips up again. And you can place your hands on the floor, but we're going to rest the crown of the head on the mat. So you're welcome to keep your hands on the floor to support the weight of the body, and just placing the crown of the head on the floor. As you lower the crown of the head, your hips, your thighs should still remain perpendicular to the mat. So you're welcome to keep your elbows down, or if you want to progress, having your elbows up and you adjust your hands and your palms down into the floor. Just take a moment to feel the weight on the crown of the head. If you have any neck issues, just stay in your child's pose. So we're not going to lift the knees up, and we're just keeping your knees down, your hands down to distribute some of the weight. And just taking a moment to feel that gentle pressure on the crown of the head. And slowly sit back down to your heels. You're welcome to bring your arms to the back. Relax here in child's pose. And bring your hands back to in front of you and lift yourself back up to seated. Come into our seated forward folds. So you're welcome to sit up on your cushion and then extend your legs in front of you. Feet hip width apart, legs hip width apart. Try to sit on the front edge of your cushion so that your pelvis can again tilt forward. Pubic bone down towards the mat. Lift your spine, lift your sternum up. Dandasana, roll the shoulders back and down, plant your fingertips behind you and create that lift in the spine. We're aiming for a perpendicular spine against the floor. So if you find that you're leaning backwards or you're leaning or rounding your back too much, try and come to that centered place, roll the shoulders, use your hands to create that lift. Chest up, pubic bone down, and legs active, Dandasana. Inhale, reach arms up. You'll find that your back muscles are gonna work if you're not used to this. Lifting the spine up. Lifting the shoulder blades up, gazing forward. Bring the weight towards the front of your sit bones. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands down. Bend that right knee out to the side. Janushasana. And here, if you find that your knee is lifting away from the floor and it's not settling into the mat, which is very common if you have not practiced yoga before, you're welcome to use another cushion to support that right knee. Okay? So that you can keep your tailbone, your sit bones, left and right, level on the floor. And just releasing that right leg into your support, right thigh. Inhale, reach arms up, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward towards that right foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, hinge forward. Lower your hands down to the side of your feet. Or if this is not accessible, welcome to keep your left knee bent. So bending the left knee as you need, hold on to the side of your feet. Lift the chest up towards the left toes, shoulders back and down away from your ears. Keeping your spine, and try and keep that straight spine by protruding the chest forward. So that half lift feeling when we are standing up. Inhale. Exhale, now release your head down towards the leg. Again, you're welcome to keep the left knee bent. And then just releasing, lowering the belly to the thigh, the left thigh. It's still early in the morning, hamstrings might be tight. That's absolutely normal. And then you can maybe try straightening the left leg a little bit more. So again, the bulk of the stretch sensation is behind the center of your left thigh, not in your tailbone, not in your sit bones, nor too much in your lower back region. If you are feeling too much in the lower back, welcome to bend your knees, the left knee a little bit more. Let's inhale, look forward, reach arms up toward the ceiling. Exhale, arms down. Straighten the right leg, shake it out. I'm going to do the other side. Bending the left knee, place a foot towards the inner right thigh, and then as you let the left knee drop, see how it's affecting your stability in the pelvis. If it's causing instability and it's not level, the sit bones are not level, use your block or use your cushion to support that left thigh. Keeping your right foot active, toes up towards the ceiling, reach, arms up. Lengthen, exhale, hinge forward from your hip and reach through your fingers. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, try and keep a straight spine as you hinge forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, up. One more. Exhale. Lower your hands down to the side of your feet. And here again, you are welcome to bend that right knee up away from the floor and protrude your chest forward. Feel that half lift action in the spine, that concave back action. Protruding the chest forward, bring the belly closer to your thighs. Holding here, notice any stretch sensation across your legs. Inhale. Now exhale, fold over the leg. No need to pull. Let the body be where it is, or accepting your body as it is. And then maybe straightening the leg a little bit more. Again, feeling the bulk of the stretch sensation across the back of your right thigh, the center of that right thigh. And then slowly look forward, reach arms up as you inhale. Exhale, arms down. Remove your block, remove your cushion behind your legs, and lie down on the mat. Come into our bridge pose. Feet hip-width apart, knees hip-width apart, hands, palms pressing into the mat next to your hips. Inhale. Exhale, now lift your hips off the mat. Lift your hips up as high as you can. And then release your hips down. You're welcome to also keep your head flat on the mat. Exhale, lift your hips up. Inhale, release. We'll just do 2 more. Exhale, lift hips up. Lifting as high as you can. Feeling the top of the shoulders pressing gently into the mat as you lift your sternum up towards your chin. Inhale, release. 1 more. Exhale, lift hips up. Pressing into your heel. Maybe pressing into the arm. Helping you to lift a little higher and then release your hips down. Now hug your knees into your chest. And come into your happy baby pose. Happy baby. Part your knees out wider than your hips. Lift your feet up towards the ceiling. Hold on to the inside of your feet with your hands. If you can hold on to your big toe, you're welcome to hold on to your big toe. And then slowly lift your shin perpendicular to the floor. Allow the knees to gently drop past your armpit towards the mat. Keep your chest nice and broad. Take a few deep breaths here. Breathing into the belly. As you exhale, gently engage the pelvic floor. Pressing your heel up, bring the toe down towards your face. And then slowly come back to center. Bring the knees back into center. Hug your knee in once more. And we're going to rest now in Shavasana. Extend your legs in front of you. Lower the feet down. You're welcome to use that pillow again to support your head. And then extend both legs. Maybe as wide as the mat. And we'll just rest here for another 5 minutes. Relax your arms down next to you. Find a comfortable angle for your arms away from your hips. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Let them drop towards the mat. Making any adjustment as you need by scanning through your body. Scanning for symmetry. Scanning for any tension. And then just making adjustments to release those tension. In yoga we learn to listen to the body. To reinforce this connection between your body and your mind through your breath. So come home to your body. And listen to what it's trying to tell you. Perhaps there are any emotions that may pop up. Any thoughts that may pop up. And just simply observe and accept with kindness. Allowing the body to rest. Letting the body soften a little bit more as you exhale.
Taking deep, slow, mindful breaths. See how it feels as you inhale, as you take this deep inhalation. How does it feel physically and mentally? And as you take deep, slow exhalations, how does it feel? Take one more round of your deep breathing. And slowly bring some movement to your fingers and toes. And as you take another big inhale, reach your arms overhead and the feet away from you. Take that morning yawn, that morning stretch. It's called pendiculation. It's great for fascia in the body. And then bending one knee at a time, bring your arms back down. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Ready to face the day. Ready to face with the people, all the people, the matters, the things around us. Reminding ourselves to interact with our environment, with the things and the people around us, with a little bit more kindness, compassion, and respect. And also to have a little bit more compassion and respect for ourselves. Roll over to your side. Pushing your top hand down into the floor, lift yourself up to seated. And then you can sit up on your cushion. Find an easy cross in your legs. Again, welcome to keep them straight if you wish. And bring your hands to prayer. Feeling your heartbeat. Notice how you feel after the yoga practice. If there are any shifts, any differences. And let's end by chanting Om 3 times, or a mantra of your choice. Exhale fully. Inhale and we'll start. Om. Taking a gentle bow, remind yourself of your intentions that you've set earlier, your affirmation or your dharma. And bring your hands to your forehead, thanking the heaven, the earth, the sun, the rain, the wind, our Creator and all the creations around us. Thanking our leaders, parents, teachers, family and friends. And sliding your hands down to your heart, saying a prayer for all those who are currently suffering. May all be well. May all find peace and ease in life. May all find the light within themselves to help them break away from the sufferings of the body and mind. And may our thoughts, actions, and words contribute to that peace and freedom for all. Taking a gentle bow in recognition of your own practice. Slowly open your eyes. Namaste.